The Wednesday night live sweat, where we go through the tonight the NBA slate. That's see what contests are going on and see who's doing well. That is not named Eric Haber. There's probably a lot of people not named Eric Haber doing well. I'm going to talk about my incredible idea for this slate. And I'm going to whine and tilt about it. Actually, I'm not going to necessarily whine and tilt about it. I'm just going to say what I did. And then we're going to spend some time doing the analysis of the lobby, see who's doing well. And then we're also going to do a live PGA lineup build. This week, we have the Masters tomorrow. And as we discussed in the earlier video, it's a unique tournament. You know, you pricing's pretty soft. You can play whoever you want, and every lineup you put in, you're going to feel good about. And then at the end, you're not going to win a lot of them, and you're going to wonder why. And the reason why is because there are other people that have lineups that look really, really good too. So I'm going to go over what I did with my build, and I am kind of stand by what this is tilting so hard. I'm going to talk about this, but I'm going to wait for Bobby to get on here to talk about this. And then we're going to, there are a couple of stands that I'm taking in the Masters, which I will go over. The other thing is that, as Bobby so accurately brought up, in the future, we might not necessarily do Wednesday night sweats, just because of the way the days work. Now we're transitioning more into baseball, so we want to do a late night sweat when there's going to be a big baseball slate. And as Bobby mentioned to me, which I didn't even know, you have Wednesdays usually day games. So probably going to change it to a day where we're going to be able to sweat a big MLB slate, because NBA is kind of winding down. This is probably the last big Wednesday night slate. It's possible that they have, the 4-game NBA slate on Wednesday, but that's not exactly 100% guaranteed. So we might end up just kind of playing it by ear. I'm still going to do it one day a week, but it's might not necessarily be on Wednesday. So MLB, I played two of the bigger lineups, and I stuck to what I was going to do in the 250. I ended up playing the White Sox, which got me into the cash line over there. But in the bigger one, I ended up going with the wrong Brewers. I think that's the best way to describe it. And so overall, I lost in baseball. Hockey is just a 3-game slate. We'll talk about that later. It's just the Edmonton game is 0-0 at the end of one, but anything is possible with Edmonton. So that gets interesting. We'll get back to it. So here's Bobby's lineup in the 555. And I don't know whether this was the lineup throughout or whether he switched onto this. But one thing I will notice is that he unfortunately played Aldama, who I think got injured. So that was pretty much the end of that. There's Bobby. He has no video feed, but I presume he can hear me. I think he's coming. I see kind of remnants of his video and audio. It's not quite there yet, but he's coming. BFI.
Wait, can you hear me now?
There he is. I can hear you.
Sorry, I don't know what's going on with my computer.
So I basically
you had a good lineup in the basketball one. Let's see what's happening with that.
What's that?
Didn't you have a good lineup in the basketball?
No, I do not, and I'm going to tilt about that in just a moment. I want you to get there first.
Good. Sorry about that.
So it was a good idea, but So this was we're going to get to that, but first I just updated everybody that what the schedule is, and going forward we're going to have to see how the schedules work out to see what's the best night for this. So let me tell you what I did. At first I said I was going to tilt over this, but first I'm looking at Bobby's lineup. I was looking at yours. I don't know whether this was what it was the whole time or whether you switched on to this, but unfortunately you played Aldama, who got hurt, so that's pretty much the end of that. Not else you can say. So what I did was that I played the low owned, not low owned. I played the center for Washington that got 10x. I played another guy that got 9x, and what I did was I set it up just in case AD was going to be out, to have the only person maybe to have Kawhi and LeBron together. So I had all this going on, and now LeBron decides to basically take the day off. So this is my disaster.
AD played, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I would never imagine. I don't think those were real questionables.
Well, I mean, it said it was a back-to-back.
I liked the play anyway. I still liked it anyway. I stand
right. So and LeBron has played a grand total of 13 minutes, and basically should have just not even suited up.
The score of the game.
He's got 5 fantasy points at the half.
Oh my god!
And he's played 13 minutes.
That's bizarre. What's the score? Are they down by like 30? Or are they up by 30?
They're down 12, and they just didn't put him in the second quarter. They put him in for the last 2 minutes just for no reason.
Jesus.
Yeah. So this is what. Oh, I don't even have it saved. Sorry about that. Yeah. This is.
Are they? What's the score of the game?
Now they're down 19.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. This is it. I mean, this was set up to not be that bad. I was. Like if LeBron and Kawhi both had 60, which were both in the realm of outcomes,
100%, man.
This could have been decent, but this was.
I think it was a really good build, and I don't think you can fault yourself at all for it.
No. I'm not upset.
That's a really good tournament lineup right there. Like you're gonna cash with that.
No.
Want to make a bet?
Yes. Do you know how many points are out there?
Look at what is 38th right now? I know you have to get higher than that. So like what is 19th, I guess?
19th is
wow.
358.
Jesus, these scores. Yeah, it's not likely.
I mean, look at these numbers. I mean, this is like,
such a ridiculous. I just didn't even want to play that. I wish I didn't. It was a donation.
Yeah, I mean, look, the guy's in first. He's got 384. And I love to cash. I mean, but the good thing is, until this game, I'll tell you this: if this game does get close, it's going to be because LeBron decides to get off his ass and do something. And if that's the case, who knows? Maybe we go to overtime. Maybe we have some fun.
Maybe get 50 each. You never know.
You just never know.
Really, it's possible. It's also like impossible. I realize we're gonna have to try and figure this baseball sweat show out because. Like you could literally go from not cashing to first place in 2 pitches. It's so hard now.
Yeah.
It's just so crazy. There's just going to be much more variance. I think you're going to see as the weathers warm up, across the country. I think you're just going to see totals like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, and this was the. I was touching on this a little bit earlier as well in the. Whereas in the 250, I cashed today. I played two of the bigger buy-ins in the baseball, and I did cash in the 250. I ended up going with the White Sox, as I mentioned I was going to do, and I caught the right guys. I got Sheets. He had 12, and then I had who else? Somebody else did. Oh, Vaughn. He did something in the last, but then I had the Texases. So Garcia, Benintendi did okay. So this ended up. I wish that Seager would have done better. Obviously,
no, but I cost myself 777 with this stupid thing of trying to just getting the wrong combination of my Texas 5-man and Tampa 3-man, which just got confused. So I was really irritated with myself because I didn't have Jung, however you pronounce it.
Yeah,
and I played the wrong part of Tampa, and it just was like it was the right idea, the wrong combination. You know what I mean? You could play the same combination of ideas, and you just get it.
So basically, I mean, the people who are going to win this tournament are probably the people that are in the clubhouse already. I mean, at 384.
I don't
You're
think
supposed to check and see if anybody's got Kawhi. Oh yeah, there you go. Well, this guy's 42 behind so this guy needs 42 out of Kawhi.
that's a rough one. That's rough to ask for. It's possible, but it's
you're already up 20. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, basically no chance.
Yeah,
especially up 19 in the game.
Yeah, the only buddy that has a chance is if you have like Davis or LeBron.
If he has two guys left,
like me, sort of.
Like you. Yeah, you might be one of the leaders with two guys left. Your early game stuff was perfect. I can't believe I don't know if I've ever seen LeBron with 5 points at halftime of a game that he played.
Yeah.
Like if he has 35, which is completely reasonable, you're definitely cashing deep. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So this one, I'm definitely the leader by a lot with 48 left. I mean,
somebody's got got 72 left though, right behind you.
Yeah, but he's 60 behind me.
Oh my God, he's 60 behind you. I thought it was at 268. Sorry.
So hey, who knows? Maybe LeBron get mad and lead the charge. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
Or something.
It might get there.
So it was. Listen, there was when all that value just exploded. I mean, I knew this was gonna get probably what you're gonna need. I mean, like the score in the fadeaway is well over 400. I think it's let's see, maybe not well over, but I think it's over 413.
I didn't even want to play tonight, to be honest with you. It just feels like ridiculous, like betting on the weirdness of and I understand like some of it I embrace. Like I have no idea why Tyus Jones. I said this, if I had to lock one player, I would just say lock in Tyus Jones. Like I have no idea why he was 17% owned in that thing or 20% in the other one. It makes no sense to me.
Jaren Jackson Jr. was 6% owned.
Yeah, and he went off, but like at the same time, I can understand that one. I can't understand Tyus Jones. Like we were playing him at 90% at the same price, 5,700 versus 5,900, literally like a few weeks ago. That's just
all those Washington dudes, they just freaking jam them. You know what I mean? Like,
but it was dumb to play too much Washington because they have 11 guys they can play. You know what I mean? You have to play a little bit of it.
Right.
Situation. I don't know. That was my take on the slate. Didn't work for my lineups, but maybe it worked for somebody's. I don't know.
So there were a couple of people that are coming here for Masters, so we should probably do that.
Let's talk a little bit about it because I've done some deeper diving. I've spent a lot of time today on the Masters. We had a nice site meeting, which I'll tell you about some other time. But like, I've got some different takes here than I'd had earlier.
So before you get into your different takes, I want to answer Nick Nelson's question about. Can you touch on the weather and whether it affects the plays we make? So I consider my answer to this question to be a leak of mine. I don't put as much effort or work into the weather stuff. I just sort of presume that the projections, if I update them close enough, kind of take that into consideration. But I know that there are a lot of people that kind of stack different weather situations. Like if, not to get too much into it, but if there's one kind of group of players are starting at a time where it's more favorable for them to start that time, whatever that reason that would be, that's like be more inclined to stack people from those waves. I know people do that all the time in Showdown, and people do that in Classic. I just really never have. So I guess the answer to your question, Nick, is kind of a do as I say, not as I do. You probably should take into consideration weather probably more than I do. I just don't.
So I want to weigh in on this one. I think it's really important. I've done really well, specifically in tournaments that finish on Mondays and Tuesdays. I don't know how important it's going to be here. Because it's a little too unpredictable still. When they might call it or when they won't. What you can take away from this one is that the players with the longer iron shots in general are going to have an advantage because the greens will be much softer than usual because of the rain. That's you should look at the strategy for this one. Long iron play, that's a big thing, more than it was when we talked about this earlier today, more than it was on Monday. Just it's pretty sure it's going to rain, and even still, just like the dampness of the course is going to make it a little bit more easy on those players to, who have who basically have longer iron shots.
Okay, so let's get into it then. So tell me about your if you want to sum up your original takes, fine, or if you want to just get right into your changes, where are you at?
I'm a little even higher on Scheffler than I was before, and Rahm specifically. Both of those two, lower on Rory. I still like Homa, but I didn't get to as much. I have some Matsuyama. I have a ton of Fleetwood. He's one of my highest owned players, almost 40%. I have more Tiger than I thought I would end up with, and I actually think it's more of a reasonable play. I have a lot of Minwoo Lee. Basically, a lot of players in the price range that aren't named Brooks Koepka and Corey Connors. That is going to eat up like half of the ownership in that price range. So I basically played everyone around that.
Yeah. So
not entirely.
I'm in partial agreement, whatever. I'm partially in line with you, and for the most part, the opposite. So,
okay,
I'm in line with you in that I really almost X'd out Corey Connors. I didn't X him out completely, but let's just say I'm significantly under the field on Corey Connors. The other thing that I'm in line with you on is your Tommy Fleetwood exposure. I'm not at 40, but I'm at 30. So we're both kind of there. But where we're different is that I doubled down on my takes on the top guys, and I X'd out all three guys over 10K. So we're definitely different as far as that goes.
So you're not playing any of them in any lineups?
Zero.
Whoa, man, that's a hell of a take right there.
Dude, I got some good golfers.
Man, I love it. Like that. I mean, that's a huge take, though. I mean, you're talking legitimately about like eliminating 60% of the ownership, right? Roughly.
I don't know.
For 50 to 60.
Well, it doesn't. Well, that's. I mean, sort of works that way. You know what I mean? But it's not like they're going to be played together.
No, but like that immediately puts you if none of them win and none of them are.
Not really optimal, so to speak, right? Okay.
Yeah, then you're ahead of more than half the field right away. I like the theory, definitely.
Yeah. So, and the other guy that I am just insanely leveraged to is Neiman. I have 37% Neiman.
Wow, I've got a lot of Neiman, but you got more Neiman than I do.
Your Fleetwood is kind of my Neiman. That's where that is. And where I am chalky is I just got way over on it because, again, I figure with construction I could make up for this is I do have – Finau is my highest owned guy. And he's probably going to be one of the highest owned golfers on the slate.
I honestly still can't understand it to me. I really can't. I'm trying to understand it. I've been open to it. I'm playing more Spieth than I thought I was going to. I just don't understand that one.
But I'm just like, these are the guys that I have. Like, now again, it's kind of silly to say, right? But like if you pretended that they're like Scheffler, Rory, and what's his name, we're not in the tournament, Rahm. Like here are my top owned guys. You ready? Like Finau, Neiman, Xander Schauffele, Patrick Cantlay, Victor Hovland, Cam Young, Max Homa, Will Zalatoris. You know what I mean? Like these are just freaking superstars. Problem is that I'm fading the three best golfers in the world. You know what I mean? To do this, but I have like 7 of the top 30. After that, so we'll just see. And then I got, as I mentioned, I do have like a full 30% Keith Mitchell, and 25% Tom Kim, 25%.
I love the Tom Kim play, by the way.
I only have, now you think about this. I mean, I'm playing 150 lineups in the lottery. I'm only using 39 golfers. So
that's pretty amazing. So I mean, so you did it. That's a way to be different,
So we'll see what happens.
We should talk about my 22-22 in a little bit because
I didn't play that. Okay, yeah, let's.
There are 3 guys I'm locking into this, and it's not because I'm doing so great. I have a good feeling about this tournament with 3 guys specifically. And
you know what? I'm so glad that you remembered that because I was going to ask you if you're selling that, so I could make sure to buy it. And as I thought to ask you that, I have to remember I have to post mine. Okay.
Post yours because I'm waiting to buy.
Yeah. Okay.
I know Kenny made a good amount on you the other night.
Oh, he was in there. Okay.
Yeah, he was in there for the hockey.
Oh, no shit. Oh, shit.
Yeah. He was like, oh my God, I made like 17 times on my money.
That's funny.
Okay, so excuse me. Let me know when you do post, but okay.
I will.
So I am also very heavy on Cam Smith. I don't care about recent history when it comes to this place. If there's one thing that you should learn from talking about this place is these long shot guys who have won there or been there before are worth something. Like Tiger is the best example, obviously, in 2019. But like, why is it Brooks Koepka is going to be 25% owned and Louis Oosthuizen at 300 less is going to be 1.5% owned? What is that? What is the purpose of this? We're going to give Brooks the same credit. And by the way, if we are, then why aren't we giving Bryce the same credit? Because Brooks won a tournament last week, but we were going to give the credit to DJ, so he's going to get the ownership. I'm just not buying into it. Like, I'm just going to not buy into it and buy into the live guys that other people aren't talking about. Like you mentioned, Neiman. I like Pereira too. I like Oosthuizen. I would rather go for those guys at no ownership at cheaper prices than play these other guys like they're locks.
So which guys are we playing?
I'm talking about the live guys who are lower owned, not the Brooks chalk. You know,
I wouldn't play Share Brooks. I wouldn't do that. I agree. I'd play Louis over Brooks.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, just why not?
Yeah.
I do like Justin Rose separately. I really think the tournament's going to be decided between the guys who are 7,500 and 8,400. I really think that's where like the tournament gets decided. So that a couple of these guys are going to top 5. I'm pretty sure. It's just hard to pick which ones.
Right.
Fleetwood's my favorite one. I love Minwoo. He finished 14th here last year. He's 7,600 also. I like Justin Rose. I like Lowry. I like Sam Burns. It's a lot of guys. It's weird to have so many good golfers.
So in order, I'm going to put up this is what I'm playing. I'm playing the Billy Maker, and I'm playing and then I'm playing the Snowman, and I'm playing 5 single entries. All these. I mean, the 4 single entries. The one that's 100K for first, 50K for first, 20K for first, and 10K for first. So I'm going to post. What's it? 8 a.m. Is that what this is?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let's do that. So in order, we're going to go. It's the 6th, right? Yeah, so it's 6th.
I like Adam Svensson and Tom Hoagie too. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, I don't have to get to them. You know what I mean?
Because of the way you're building, but I like the idea.
Dude, listen, if I was playing Rahm and all those guys, I think Hoagie's an awesome player.
And I'm telling you, Svensson is a real golfer. Like he's one of these guys.
Okay, so I posted the Millie Maker. Now let's do the Snowman.
But you don't have Cam Smith in your builds much, even with all of that left on the table.
No.
No Taylor Gooch in your life.
No.
Wow, we're just on different.
Good. Someone will win.
Somebody's got to win.
Yeah.
I don't have like a ton of them. I mean, I'm looking at my notes to myself, and it was like I went through everything, and these were my notes to myself. Have at least 15% Hideki and Sungjae. Have at least 15% Reed. At least 10% of Adam Scott. At least 10% of Mito. At least 25% of Day. At least 12% of Schauffele. At least 15% of Spieth. 15% of Zalatoris, and at least 40% of Fleetwood.
All right, so I posted the Millie Maker, the Snowman. Now I'm going to paste all 5 of these drivers here. So
Fleetwood's going to win this tournament, Sheets. I think it's a pretty good.
I don't think he can win this tournament.
Why can't he though? Like, I honestly don't. I really think he's just an excellent golfer who hasn't won a major American event.
Okay.
That's it. He competes in every one of them. He's right there in every one. And give him the wind and the wet. I mean, Lowry, Fleetwood, Fitz, all of these guys like feel like they fit this weather situation, you know?
Yeah. single entry. And how much is the?
You're done. Your decisions are already made. No matter
Yeah.
what happens, even if I drop the coolest thing in history, you would say, nope, you're done.
Yeah, it's it. So the 500K, that's 100,000 for first in a single entry. Let's go.
In the 200. Are you posting?
In the 500. Yeah, in the 200. All these are 200.
Just tell me when you're posting.
I'm doing it right now.
Oh, you are?
I told you I did the snowman, I did the million. Now I'm doing all the single entries.
Oh, God, I'm going to get bought out before time.
Nah, no way. I'll give it to you anyway.
Put my lucky number on both of them.
So this one is, these are 200. So this one. Then create package. And then, so that's the 500K, and this is going to be the 100K. And that's.
Oh, you're selling already.
Yeah. So I did the 100. Oh, so that was the.
You did 3.
Yeah, no. Hold on. So I already, as far as I did the 500K, 100K for first. Now I want to do the 200K for 50 first, right? So 200K, 50 to first. And then that, all the single entries are 200. All right. Okay. And then we'll go create package. And then we'll go, now that's the 200K. Then the 100K is total prizes. No, yeah, the 100K is 20K for first. It's 20K for first. That's good. That's done. And then the last one will be the 50K driver, 10K for first. 50K driver, 10K for first. And all these are 200. Yeah, I'm not playing the big one. Okay. I'm just double check and make sure that these are in. Looks like
I have way too much Stenson. It's ridiculous.
Oh, so the 10, no, so it's not the 10K single entry. It's called the, it's called the, hold on. The 200K, the 100K, this should be called the 50K. Okay, so so the 50K is 20K for first. Then the 50K is 10K for first.
I don't know, man. I'm good at math, and you're better than I am. So
no, I'm just trying to even read it. You know what I mean? Like I'm literally reading it off the lobby, and I can't even do it. It's not a question of being mad. I'm literally reading it, and I can't do it. So the 100K driver is, I just want to make sure I'm quoting this right, is 20K for first. That's correct. The 200K driver is 50K for first. That's correct. The 500K driver is 100K for first. And the 50K driver is 10K for first. All right, they're all good. And Snowman is 1 entry and 200K for first. And there you go.
So let's talk about your Masters builds before we go back to the basketball.
Yes.
Did you get to the lefties at all? There's only a couple of them. Is there any Phil? And there people are asking about Phil. Any interest in Phil for you?
No. I do have
Adam Moronk.
No. I do have a share or two of the Harmon.
So are you saying that it's wrong to play Adam Moronk? No, I'm just kidding. But I am playing some Adam Moronk. Sorry. Same price as Phil. So no Phil for you. You have the Harmon. How much do you have, you said?
Not much. Like 2 lineups.
Okay.
But like I said, remember, I'm only playing 39 golfers.
Oh, you didn't go, but you went for the 150 though.
Yeah.
Jesus, Sheets. I love it, man. That's awesome.
See what happens.
That's awesome. That's a way to take a stand.
Yeah.
You didn't even need to. I can't believe I'm even saying this with tournaments with 700 million people, but like maybe you even went further than you need to go.
Yeah, I guess.
What do you think? Like, I mean, so you eliminate half the field, but then if you're going to eliminate like so like nobody who's famous can win the tournament, like what happens?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Cantlay's not famous?
Cantlay doesn't play well with
Xander's not famous. Dude, you know how the golf freaking marketing machine works. By the time these guys are putting the jacket on, they've been freaking hyped up the whole weekend.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I mean, who's heard of some of these guys that win these freaking tournaments? Like last, I mean, you know what I mean?
Watch
like
Kevin Nargo win this tournament.
Connors was known as like this big time loser before last week. He was a guy that he's a good ball striker, but he never does anything, whatever. By the time we knew all about his family by the time he won. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and he is really straight with his driver, and we got reminded of it over and over again for anybody who watched last week. So, like, it's just makes everybody play you more. And I get I totally agree 100% with the premise of doing exactly what you're doing. I think it's like incredibly profitable whether you're right this time or not. I happen to think that there is like a slight different tier. I don't know though for sure because I don't watch all the live events. I also don't think the players bring their A game to all the live events. It's really hard to measure because I see someone like Cam Smith who would have been the second or third most expensive player at like the highest ownership probably. And he's the lowest owned. So I'm surprised you don't have him if you're dropping down to those tiers. That's one thing that I'm kind of confused about.
I'll tell you something else. Now this is going to be interesting. So I did what Jordan said, and just for fun, I after making my builds, I said, okay, now I want min unique too. Like for example, and it only expanded my golfers like by 4.
Yeah,
so,
that's interesting. I have a guy who I looked up, and he won the 1909 U.S. Open, and he's like I looked at the projection.
What's his price on?
He's 6,100. What's his name? His name is George Sargent.
Okay.
Gordon Sargent, and he won the 1909 U.S. Open apparently. And I said, good enough for me. For if I'm playing 150, that guy gets to line up in one of them. Like he made the Masters. I have no idea who this guy is. Maybe he won. Maybe I don't know golf. I don't know.
Larry Mize. Are we going to play him or?
No, I'm playing the only guy I'm playing down there is the Gordon Sargent, but he's actually like projected to have like 1% ownership. And I just don't know anything about him. I tried to look him up, and that's what I found: 1909 U.S. Open. Like, I said, good enough for me. Good enough for he. Actually, I think I have him in 2 lineups. So there's your day one leader right there.
Yeah, I like it.
See, Adam's talking about it. Adam knows it. Adam is so much sharper than I am with this stuff.
George Sargent.
Yeah, he's the amateur golf player. The problem is, like, you can't even find him online with this. So that's a great play then. And now I love it. It's like the Pearson Cootie.
Oh, the Pearson Cootie.
Who gets you excited, then breaks your heart. But he's gonna make a lot of money, that guy. He's gonna make a lot of money. Both of us. Wow.
Okay, Minwoo Lee.
Ahead of JT Poston? That seems extreme. I mean, I don't have any Poston, and I do have some of him, so I guess that's fair.
I'm gonna tell you, this snowman lineup I have is gonna be like it's gonna be comprised of like high owned guys that together are probably not gonna be high owned. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll
see.
I do have a couple of DJ floating around, and I do have even in my big buy-ins. I have one of the Minwoo Lee in there.
I think this is like a really strong pivot off of those guys. Are he and Fleetwood? like if you just make those your priority, you can even stick with a lot of the chalk and be different enough, you know? Like if you're going to shrink those guys' ownership by a third by what you're going to play them at versus the field when you're playing a lot of lineups, like I'm not making quite as bold a stance as you did because I think yours is much stronger, but like I think you're already shrinking your opponents, you know, by like literally by like 50 times.
What about got a bunch of Homa?
I like the Homa. I'm less on it than I was earlier today. I do like him. I think that like we get the U.S. Open in LA. He's going to be the favorite probably to win. Then I like him in that situation. I like him here. I think that he does make the kind of mistakes that can get you in trouble.
I would just like to say, by the way,
Spieth, but Spieth is like also the best. I really think that like it's one thing that I've made sure to do is like, and honestly, I love Rory. I think Rory has a great shot to win here, but like, I really want to make sure to get some Spieth here. Like, I just think it's the type of tournament that I could see him winning. The weird weather, you know what I mean? Like the cold, the guy who's really weird from tough angles, and that's what it is. Like this tournament.
I'll tell you what else I would like to say. That in the first 6 minutes of the second half, LeBron James has 17 fantasy points in 6 minutes.
That's not even as much as I was hoping to hear you say. I thought you were going to have like 70 in the first 6 minutes. No, I'm just kidding.
So, and the lead's now 12.
I mean, it's a huge game.
Yeah.
Huge.
So get me OT and I'll cash. That's that.
Well, because you got Kawhi's only 13%. You're cashing. I told you this before because I didn't realize how little people had in the later game. You're definitely cashing.
Dude, I gotta get up to these.
You're getting a minimum of 40 minimum. That's the bare minimum.
Dude,
probably more like
24th place right now. I need 60 points.
I expect 60 is what I would say from that. No, but I would expect 60.
How? It's already through half the period.
Your only hope is that just that the game stays reasonably close.
Yeah.
LeBron ends up with a minimum of 50, and Kawhi ends up with a minimum of 50 also.
Yeah.
But but it's a minimum. They could both still get to 60 plus.
We'll see.
If it's a close game, it could go in. Who knows? It's a huge game, man. It's 6:47 in the third. It's nothing. It's halftime. Pretend it's halftime.
Yeah.
I will bet you that lineup cashes. You want to make the dollar bet?
Sure.
Okay. I'm in for. I win all of these bets.
It's dollar I ever made.
I feel like these dollars. The only bets I win from you are the $1 bets.
We don't bet on anything. So hey, I'm rooting for you.
What did he say?
I'm rooting for you. Let's put it that way.
Who?
I'm rooting for you to win like the dollar bet.
Oh, I'm definitely rooting for me too.
Dude, this guy, by the way, was
See, it's going up already.
This Huff guy wasn't so terrible.
Every point the Lakers score here is an extra like 4 fantasy points for you.
Yep.
Until the Clippers score.
Yep.
Unless it's Kawhi.
Let's see what happens.
No, because it is like let's break down the rest of your lineup. So you have chalk, but it wasn't like the other big time spend ups hit sheets.
Right.
There is like a really weird chance. Can you scroll all the way up for a second? I'm not going to get my hopes up too much, but I'm just trying to figure it out here. I mean, it's not the right guys maybe in the right situation for it to happen, but it certainly feels possible to like be in the top 10. Dude,
I'll be more than happy to get an 8-way tie for 38th.
You're cashing 100% of the time right now.
Okay.
I really believe this.
I will say this: you've been much better about these types of things than I have.
This is what I would. This seriously, Sheets. This should be the business. We should just bet on this. Bet on where lineups finish. Why not?
Yeah.
And bet on where poker players finish based on their chip counts. Like.
Yeah.
That's the best business ever.
Well, we're sort of betting on that by staking people, but we just don't know the results until it's
Yeah, it's not quite the same thing.
Yeah, but that was that was pretty funny. Not funny. That was interesting what Tyler said. I'll throw this out there to you guys. Like, how would you feel about this? Like, what if I right now posted my lineup, okay, and said, okay, I'm going to sell 10% of my 555 right now, and charge, I don't know, like 0.99 or you know what I mean? Like, I think that's probably fair. Like,
I would buy it.
well, that's what I'm saying. But would that be kind of something that people would be interested in trying to speculate on? You know what I mean? Like, or let's say that I was cashing deep in something, and I want to sell it for like, minus 800 or something like that. It'd be interesting for you guys to listen. It would have to be a lineup that's locked. You know what I mean? So the person can actually, try to assess it. And this was a perfect example of one. Like, you can't make any more changes here.
This is a perfect example. You could actually have like 10 times as much money being bet on which way it would go.
Right.
The lineup.
Right. And
that's the real thing.
I mean, and Tyler was saying, oh, man, maybe people will yell at me for trying to hustle people. I don't think that's fair. I mean, I don't think that's the right thing to say.
No, I just think he just, they did nothing wrong. Like, he didn't want to be like, just there's no reason to be some part of something that's, speculative at that point where you're succeeding already. But like that is really good.
I would be interested to see.
I actually
obviously in the ultra perfect world, I would auction off this lineup and I would see who bids the highest.
I agree. I 100% agree with you.
No, that'd be interesting.
And what dollar amount you should be fair offering would be a really good question.
Yeah.
Is it 1.11 or is it 0.92?
It's got to be point something.
I don't know if it is. I think that you're underestimating how much power these guys will have down the stretch of the game in terms of usage. Like LeBron may not sit the rest of the second half. He might for a minute.
Well, what's cool about it is, like you said, I mean, he's sitting now.
Yeah,
so
twice.
He's sitting now with the intention of playing the whole fourth quarter.
That's what it is. Okay, so a little bit off, but still. So the whole fourth quarter. So let's say give LeBron 25 even only, and give Kawhi 25. You're cashing at that point.
Yeah.
And I think those are very fair assessments because Kawhi is going to finish out the third. But LeBron may come back if they get up by 14 or something.
He might come back and play 14 minutes straight.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, maybe. By the way, for those of you, listen, I know nobody here is really playing NBA for the first time, but get ready for the playoffs, man, where all these guys play in the 40s,
No, Sheets, and I'm like ready for this. Like I actually did really well until the end. Those things hurt, man. Like it was weird with that cashing on the border with 6 people, but like in the same lineup when I decided to play the 1650 because they offered me a deal at FanDuel.
Oh, you mean the Dennis Smith Jr. one?
Yeah, just like because it cost $13,000. So it turned into a 3K loss night instead of a 10K profit night. And it was just kind of frustrating. And then it tilted from there because then my $1 million one, Cam Reddish gets announced in 3 minutes. Oh, great. I got an unknown Cam Reddish with 8 players. You know what I mean? And nope, Cam Reddish is a DNP CD on the bench. I mean, those are just like back to back. I'm just like, oh, that's like that's at least a 15,000 swing. You could argue it's a 30,000 swing. It just sucks.
But I was saying, I mean, like there are playoff games where these guys play 48 minutes. This is
well, not in today's NBA, but yes, some guys will play like
LeBron. I could have sworn LeBron played 48 in the last couple of years.
That maybe in like the bubble, but I don't know. That was a different world. LeBron can't play even 40 minutes. It's just not going to happen. I mean, he can do it. He just did it, I guess. But
what are the seedings here? So you are they the 5?
They're locked in.
All right.
Basically locked in. Well, yeah, win locks. I don't actually know. Let me update my thing.
So then they'll play Cleveland?
No, they'll play Cleveland. I mean, these are like 99.
And let's see, when do these games start?
Knicks have won 5 in a row. Jeez.
We're gonna look at when these start because I'd love to try to go to game 3 or 4. So let me just see when these are.
The weirdest thing about them, I know they're playing weaker teams, but like they played better without Randall and without Brunson.
All right, here we go. So we got
Quickly and Grimes just tear it up every night.
playing games start April 11th. That's a week from yesterday. And all the playing games ends. Oh my God! Wait a minute. So April 15th, the playoffs begin.
Yeah.
And then the first, okay, so it's the 15th. So the 15th would be game 1, 17th would be game 2, and then games 3, 4 would be the 19th, 21st. So those would be the games that I would try to go to. I'm trying to think of my schedule.
Oh, nice.
For the Knicks, Cleveland.
You'll see how good this Mobley is. Wait 2 years from now. Mobley will be one of the best 10 players in the NBA. He's got like Tim Duncan like game. He doesn't have necessarily the same mindset that like KG does, but Kevin Garnett. But he's so good. I don't think you guys are going to win that series.
That's a tough. Listen, they're Cleveland. First of all, they play good defense, and when it comes down to it, they and then they have Mitchell. It's like
right. But also, then even if you win, like there's a 0% chance the Bucks are losing to this.
Well, listen, I would sign on for a chance. You know what I mean? Like to win. Yeah. Listen, when you're the 5, you're not supposed to win. So I think
like the 5. So there's 5. Like the 5s in the West are gonna win. Like whoever wins the 4-5 is gonna win the West. In my opinion, I don't even know who that's gonna be yet. It's gonna be the Suns.
Well, let's take a look. Let's look at the playoff picture here.
Yeah.
Oh, so as of now, this is where it would be.
Yeah, I think you have the 2 toughest teams to beat in the West, which I think all of the East teams would beat all of these teams. But I think that the toughest teams to beat in the West are Denver, Phoenix, Golden State, and the Clippers. And I don't
Golden State in round 1.
I think Phoenix is the actual should be the actual favorite, even with KD not playing there much. Like I just think, without knowing where Wiggins is at, like I just think they're the favorite in the West. I'm not saying I'm picking them, but I think they're the favorite.
Wow. So Phoenix, Golden State, round 1, huh?
But it might be the Clippers.
Right. No, I'm saying if it ended right now.
I think Sacramento doesn't want the Clippers. I think Kawhi in those games I think he'll average like 40 real life points a game. I don't think it's even, maybe even higher.
Oh, they brought LeBron back in.
What's the score?
It's 87-76, 2 minutes to go. No, 89-76, 2 minutes to go.
He's going to play the rest of the game. If it's
close. Kawhi has not scored, though, since but the funny thing is, like, there's nobody with anybody in this game except for these 2 guys. So it's like I'm going up or down like 1 second.
No, it won't be anything, and then all of a sudden you'll jump like 35 places.
Right. If they go on a run.
Well, yeah, just a little bit of LeBron. LeBron will get up to LeBron's going to end with over 40, so you can guarantee. There he goes. See,
here's the rebound. Get to the rim. That's a goaltend, no? They give it to him? Yep, goaltend. Very nice. Yeah, just one at a time. LeBron is. LeBron is 6% owned. I love that when you pass all the guys.
Mm-hmm. Like it was the wrong spend ups for sure, but it could still be good. Still could be profitable.
Yeah, we'll see.
I like the idea a lot. I actually flirted with a very similar lineup earlier.
Yeah, 89-80 is a good number. You know what I mean? That's a good number for LeBron to play the whole game.
Jesus, for quickly to go off like this. It's kind of getting ridiculous with him. And it's funny because you didn't even have what I thought was the most obvious play on the slate, Tyus Jones.
Yeah.
Man.
Where would he have gone? I mean,
you would have had
the problem is I really wanted to play these two guys.
Huff at center, sub for him for none, Huff at center, and then you play another 3,500 guy.
Yeah.
Or you just change the LeBron, but that's too
I wanted that though.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted. So we're going to go to 40 seconds. So we'll listen. So we'll go to the fourth quarter with a shot. We're not going to have Kawhi for like 6 minutes.
So Sheets, if you had to pick 3 players for a giant tournament that you're not used to playing the size of, well, who would be your 3 players this week in golf? So I guess who are your 3 highest owned players?
3 guys that that I don't have that I would want to add, you mean?
No, the 3 guys who would be your highest owned players if you had to play one line. Who would be the 3 automatic guys you're going to play in your big buy-in lineup?
Finau, Cantlay, and probably Homa.
So we have none of the same guys.
Or it's got to be the same lineup, right? So you probably can't play all of them. Neiman, Mitchell, guys like that.
Yeah.
I mean, my single entries are all going to look like that. I mean,
like go for the Neiman.
Fleetwood. I mean, I think I have Fleetwood in if not all my big single entries, at least a handful of them.
So how much? What about Mito Pereira?
I didn't get there at the end of the day. I got. You know, I shouldn't say that. I have all right. I have 15% of him actually. But more to the point, he's one of the 40 golfers I have. You know, like. And by the way, I do have one. I do have one lineup with Cameron Smith. I got one. Otherwise known as the winner. As a matter of fact, this one is going to win. Like the one I'm looking at right now, the one with Cam Smith. Like this is like almost like forced to win.
I like the Keith Mitchell idea.
That's fine. You know what I mean? Like it's. You know.
It makes sense.
I'd rather it not be 12% owned if you want to know the truth, but it's whatever.
What about Minwoo?
Yeah, I got that.
I feel like that's like something I'm trying to figure out the rest of my spots because basically I'll just tell you automatically I'm playing Scheffler, Day, and Fleetwood, no matter what.
Scheffler, Day, Fleetwood. Okay.
Nobody's talking me out of it. There's no other conversation.
Just basically the 3 like most informed golfers like in the world right now for their price tags. You know what I mean? Like all 3 of those guys have been just exceeding value like every fucking week. Excuse me for my life.
Well, fair enough, but like that's
the good thing I'm saying.
But I've been saying the same thing. Like I said before the year that Jason Day I thought would have a huge year. I thought that Tommy Fleetwood is he always comes through like he doesn't really fail. Like even when he had a really bad like last round. I mean, he had a horrible. It just doesn't make sense for his price, and he's great in these conditions, which is more important. I actually do like Tiger for what it's worth. I think it's a fair price, but I don't think it's like the play you necessarily should be making. I'm trying to decide because I do like Minwoo's upside, and I like the idea of playing Fleetwood and Minwoo instead of Koepka and Connors. But it feels risky. But I do like Minwoo.
Oh, I know the guy. The guy
further than anybody.
So I wonder if anybody plays these guys, like the guys you mentioned, like Sargent and like Vijay Singh, you know, Freddie Couples, Jose Maria Olazabal, Sandy Lyle. I mean, people probably play them like a percent, right? I mean,
some of them do, yeah.
Larry Mize. I mean, these guys are literally going to shoot 95.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, maybe like of the the small buy-ins, yeah, for sure. I don't think anybody does in the big buy-ins.
No, I guess not. Where's some of these other like? So I will say, I'm just looking at the salaries here, like all the way at the bottom of this list. I mean, like, you don't have to do this, but like Kevin Kistner, for example, is 6,200. Like he's like an actual golfer, you know, it's like 6,200. You have Zach Johnson, who won this tournament, 6,300. But even these are guys we play, like Stalling 63, Straka 63. I think you brought him up, maybe.
Yeah, I did.
And you want to talk? Excuse me. You want to talk about live guys like Charles Schwartzel? He like won the first one, I think, the live tournament, and he's 6,400. You mentioned Svensson 6,500. I mean, like these are Moronk. You mentioned Moronk a little bit. Varner, Champ. This is good. I'm telling you, all these lineups are going to look great. Like every lineup you play. I feel bad, by the way. You see Aaron Wise.
What happened?
He's
I know
out.
he's out, but I don't know what happened.
He's out. It says to focus on his mental health.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Yep.
Saves me a little bit of money, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, golf can do that.
How do you feel about, so you like Mitchell?
Yeah.
How do you feel about Minwoo?
Yeah. I got double digits of that.
All right. And Fleetwood, you definitely are in.
Oh, all kinds of Fleetwood. Fleetwood all over the
Neiman,
all over the goddamn place.
Jason Day.
I did not get today, I don't think.
Okay. And you're not on Sheffield.
Oh, that's not true. No, that's not true. I have I actually have a very fair amount of him, actually, now that I'm looking at this. You're like 20% of day.
Oh, that's a pretty good amount.
Yeah.
I have some Cam Champ and Harold Varner.
Yeah, I didn't get there. I just mentioned them. The only
so the difference in philosophy is interesting this week between us because we're both playing at 150, and I am not willing to budge on certain things, and you're definitely willing to like.
Well, I'm not willing to budge on it either, but we're just
no. You're the much stronger play of this. Like you're much more stubborn in your 39 players. That's I honestly think that's like a really low number for the Masters.
Oh, it's very low.
And I think that's really good. Like I think it's really, really smart. Like I think it's a really good way to play these things.
There's gotta be like a term for like when you have a fantasy guy and he makes a really good pass and then somebody misses a shot. I think it's like so annoying.
Oh, you're still sweating it. What are we at? What are you at? I'm not looking.
127th place.
The weirdest part is like I know all of this stuff, and yet I'm still like I don't understand why everybody is playing Finau. I really don't. It doesn't make any sense to me. I understand like the logic and this looks like this. I'm just like, no, it's just we just know what this is. This seems really stupid to me. But now I'm playing him like to cover myself enough, and now it's like he's in. I become one of those people. Like it's just so crazy. I don't know why. I don't. Sheets. What's the argument for Finau? Tell me.
It's not even an argument. It's just the way he shows up in the projections and the models. That's it. That's all I got.
Really don't want to do it. It makes me sick. I won't do it in my big buy-ins, but.
If I X'd him out just for fun, first of all, I don't even think Saberson would let me. Then I would just get more of more Homa, you know, more Hovland, more guys in that range. You know what I mean? Like more Cam Young, more Xander. I'd be getting some of that would go to Jason Day.
Oh, they're in danger here of getting blown out if they don't get going. But
14's fine though.
not for this series. The Clippers destroyed the Lakers. I would say us, but like I root for
Well,
West.
I mean, 14 is good enough to keep me in the game.
You're jumping.
Yeah, there you go.
LeBron might end up with like 50, so 55, and Kawhi.
I have no more. I have no more snowflakes. There you go.
Hey, the snowflake free zone here. Get your dandruff out of here.
No, someone just hit a 3 that I don't have. I think someone else. Or maybe it was a turnover or something.
God, I have so much Jason Day.
Well, I know what that was. It was the
Time to try to figure out if I'm right on this one.
D'Angelo Russell. Yeah, so we gotta. Listen, we're gonna probably need overtime, but we'll see. Well, I'll say this. I mean, like LeBron, he definitely can do it in a half. That's for sure.
For sure.
All right, so we got a timeout, so now we get to look at this. So I don't know, 110th place. We got 313 points, something. What do we need here? We need to get up to we need another 35, maybe a little more. They're both going to be in the game the rest of the game. I mean, we can do this. The greatest dollar I ever paid.
I just threw Danny Willett into a single entry lineup I have. I like the idea in golf, maybe more in baseball, in single entries to outside of like pitching in baseball. But I think in general in golf, like you should be just take the same chance you would in a full-on thing with the rest of your chalk lineup, and you're fine.
What do you mean?
Just take one like weird chance, like take a 1% own guy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I just think people overthink that part of it a little bit too much when it comes to golf. It's not like basketball, you know?
Yeah.
It's a very tough thing to predict. The same thing with baseball, obviously, but pitching. The pitching in the Braves is basically all you need to know about baseball.
You know what? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at tomorrow's slate.
Oh God, it's been brutal to me, man. I've been getting crushed.
Well. First of all, we have a split slate. No, we have a compact slate tomorrow. We just have
the one is the first one. Oh.
I think just 6 games at 110.
Ugh, the big. So we go live at noon.
Yeah.
All right.
And we'll look at the Masters and stuff.
Let's build. We may as well build. Okay, we can build out the baseball lineup for tomorrow though too.
All right. So what is this? So we have Sale, Boston, Detroit, Sale against Turnbull. So Sale is going to be probably going to project well before I even look.
No.
Well, I'll put him in there for now.
One thing I'm not going to do is play Chris Sale tomorrow.
No? Okay.
I don't even know how much he'll pitch.
He was all right in his first game, didn't he? Oh, he only pitched 3 innings. He gave up 7 runs.
Great.
Let's
lock him.
You watch by the end of the slate after we go through this. You watch. He'll be popular. All right.
I'm not saying you're not right. They'll be popular. I'm just saying.
Toronto, KC, Gausman, 9K. Jesus. Oh my God. Everybody's gonna try to pick on Lyles again. We're back to that. Toronto.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. There's my number 1 stack.
All right, so let's put that.
Unfortunately,
let's look at the pricing for a minute. Any lefties over there? Oh my God, is Whit Merrifield ever going to get a hit?
He was fine the other day.
Let's just throw a couple guys in here, just for no reason. Okay. San Fran against. Somebody just made a 3. I don't know who it was, but
my favorite team to play on the road is San Fran. Let's see where the weather lands because I do like Lance Lynn this year, as a bounce back person, I think he'll actually do okay compared to others with the pitch clock. But San Fran is a team that is pesky that can put up like 12 runs. That's a potential for tomorrow.
I'm gonna tell you what about LeBron. By the way, when he gives up, there's like nothing like more depressing to look when he like doesn't want to go for any more rebounds.
He doesn't do anything. He's ridiculous.
Oh, dude, he just hit a layup to make them down 14, and he flexed.
Well, how much time is left?
7:35. All right, I don't even want to look yet, but I have a few.
I bet you're right up there. Let's see where this goes.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up.
Nobody was ballsy enough. I'll take it. I would have taken at least even odds. I guess we would have started there.
Well, we're at 90th place. It's tough. You gotta get there.
I mean, yeah.
I gotta get 5 points to get to here.
16 is tough.
It's so hard.
But it's also all him, so like he gets to go. But the problem is it stops Kawhi, though.
That's true. We'll get back to that in a minute. If it gets under 10, maybe it'll be interesting.
So ignore the Chris Sale thing. I'm actually looking at stacking Detroit with Toronto so far.
Okay. So wait. So San Francisco. So you think Lance Lynn might be in play? Is what you're saying?
I just think Lance Lynn's a better pitcher than people think, but I also think San Francisco's too passive.
What about Alex Wood? You're the Alex Wood whisperer, sort of.
Yeah, because I know him as a Dodger pitcher. I need to know the wins in Chicago. It's too hard to predict right now.
Yankees, Mets. You have. Oh, that game is postponed.
Yeah. What's happening out there? You guys getting a storm?
I guess so. Oh my God, Reds, Phillies. It looks like also.
What's happening? Sheets buckle down out there. Jeez, what's happening?
Both these are red already.
What's happening on the East Coast?
Let me just see what it says here. We will have a start pushed back to Friday. Okay. Or maybe it's just because today's game was canceled that. I don't know. So it's going to be a 4-game slate? Oh, wait. Washington into Colorado. Welcome to the. Oh, my God. Here we go. What do you think? And that's in Colorado.
I hope the winds are blowing 1,000,000 miles an hour in, and I will just like fade it.
We could just play Freeland.
He's actually a good pitcher. That's the thing. Like the funny part is if this was in Washington and he was like 6,300, not 7,300, he would have been like an awesome play.
And you have like John Gray revenge.
John Gray that's not John Gray. That's Josiah Gray.
Josiah Gray. Okay, sorry.
But I actually like Josiah Gray's stuff. I don't think he's going to pitch long enough for it to matter, but he might. I actually don't love this stacking. I think both pitchers are slightly underrated. So Toronto doesn't become chalky. Yes, Toronto time. Let's go.
In a 4-gamer. They kept Lane Thompson.
Everybody's gonna play Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado's gonna be really popular, but they're gonna play Washington, right?
Yeah, they're gonna play those two teams. Just X those two teams out, Cheats, with your newfound style of just getting rid of. I mean, literally, I'm looking at my notes, and I think I have like 83 golfers, and I don't even know if there's enough that are even like viable, including this George guy that I've got.
I'll tell you who was good last year. Not off to a great start this year. Yeah, but for the Nationals is Joey Meneses, however you pronounce his name.
He's talented.
Yeah,
for sure. I like the Toronto idea a lot.
Dude, if this is a 4-game slate, Toronto's going to be like 1,000,000% owned.
You're wrong, though, because of the Colorado.
The Colorado themselves are going to be really popular.
That game is going to have a monster total.
And
what about Detroit? Detroit is your complimentary stack. There you go. There's how you're different.
Spencer Turnbull.
No, what about no? So not even Boston, just Detroit. Play Detroit against Chris Sale. Forget Chris Hill in your cooking stacks.
The Astros hung on today, right?
What?
The Astros hung on today, right?
Yeah, man.
God.
And by the way, I stand by what I said. I think that what you're thinking is too grand and too advanced for where people are going to be at. I think you have to take your wins when you can get them.
Yeah, you run out of teams really soon.
Yeah, but that's fine
well,
though.
What you can do, okay? So listen, what we really should do, honestly, is what we do in football. We should just look ahead and try to make a plan. You know what I mean? And see when these teams are playing. You know, because we're gonna have to.
Hopefully, we survive the other one with this week. I mean, we need 2 out of 3 from Houston.
Yeah, whatever. Look at it. We're at 88th place now, and now we're within like 2 points of like actually passing people. The problem is that the game's like over. It's like
I love the Clippers. I didn't get a chance to post bets because I didn't make any, but like I just think the Clippers just own this team. I don't understand it entirely. I just think the truth is that if people really watch closely, they think of LeBron because he has moments against weak teams and does things, and he has moments against good teams, but he's not the same player at all. Anthony Davis, when he's on, is amazing, but who knows about it?
Such tilt. Clippers are engaging this possession where they've taken 4 shots and gotten 4 offensive rebounds and taken 2 minutes off the clock.
Well, I'm gonna. At least you got $1 coming. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking with you. Sorry. Hey, you're better off than I am right now. By a lot.
And then like one guy, like D'Angelo Russell shoots, which is an L, misses, which is an L, and a rebound by someone other than Kawhi. I mean, it's rough.
That's pretty sick. I think I like Detroit tomorrow if the weather's all right.
Hey.
So who are they gonna play?
Austin Reeves, you better make that. Oh my God, what a brick. You got to be kidding me. Yeah. Yeah, they're going to probably give up in a second.
It's a shame.
Yeah, oh well. Put ourselves in a position at least. And who'd have thought that it would be LeBron without the snowflake and then Kawhi with the snowflake at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Is
there any viable starting pitcher? I can't figure out a pitcher.
Go back to that.
I'm just trying to distract you from your.
Yeah, Sale.
No, I want to play Detroit. I know it's not against Sale. This Detroit team is weird and they're pesky. They just don't care, man.
There's Lance Lynn, like you said.
I want Torkelson.
You mean Turnbull?
No,
oh,
the first baseman. But unfortunately, I want to play Vlad too much. But I bet you Torkelson hits a home run off Sale tomorrow.
So LeBron makes a 3 to cut it to 17. Is that by him playing the last 4 minutes, or probably not? Let's see. I don't see them emptying the bench quite yet. Not quite yet. I think it's almost going to be emptied. He's got to make this next one. As LeBron missed the layup, but he gets fouled. Okay. Yeah, it's quite going to be enough.
This slate really is tough. Got to leave money on the table.
That's That's like annoying. Like only 4 games and then like nothing at night tomorrow.
I got a 4-3-1 stack that looks beautiful to me. So I don't know. I like the White Sox and I like Detroit.
I can play Meneses. I can play a one-off. I can play a one-off Meneses is what I can do.
All right, let's see.
So who are we pitching tomorrow? Wait, we got
Not even my bad scores are not even that bad. I think it's pretty nice.
Wood. I'm not playing Wood. We can play.
I went for the. I still stand by my Miles McBride take.
What about Gausman at 9K?
I'm playing him.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
I mean, there's not. What else can you do? There's not that many games. If I'm gonna stack against Chris Sale or mini stack, I can't play Chris Sale. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even like Lynn. I think Lance Lynn is in danger. I just don't know the weather. We'll figure that part out in the morning. Chicago, the winds change like literally every couple hours. So but I like the look of that. The guy I'm a little down on compared to everyone else, I like that he'll run Bichette. I just feel like he's constantly overpriced. I feel like Wander Franco is a better shortstop than he is. I feel like there's a lot of better shortstops, and he's priced as if he's the best one. And by the way, that's what's cool about the slate. And to Scott's point, like you can stack against Gausman, and you can. Well, I don't know about Gausman. I still think Gausman is an extremely talented pitcher. I don't even understand why people
look at this. They're teasing me a little bit. I'm in 60th place.
Look at this. I thought this, and this is like the low. Like LeBron's still in.
Dude, if the lead's only 13.
Is Kawhi in?
They're both in. The lead's only 13 with 3 minutes.
Oh, you're in there, bro.
I don't know. We're gonna see.
You think that you were getting negative odds. I thought even odds. So I guess we're basically on point, right?
I'm pulling the lobby out. I'm only just gonna watch the game.
And so, how was your guy? You guys were starting to thrive. You doubled your users in the last 6 weeks, but nope. Sheets wanted to share the actual game on this live stream. I'm just kidding with you, man.
What happened?
No, I'm just kidding. I was joking that you were going to share the game on the live stream.
I can't actually. I don't even know how I would do that.
That's so. I'm very happy about that.
Oh,
because I think.
Oh, how many violations can we have in one? Okay, I got you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was joking about.
I got you. But let's just see.
Come on, cash on this one. This is this is an $1,100 swing here.
Yeah, I know. 2 minutes, 13-point game.
All you got to do is get like 8, right? I think it's like 8.
I don't know. Let's see what happens.
Pretty reasonable. Actually, it's less than that. Cheats, you're getting this. We'll see.
Yeah, let's just see. There's a block. All right, so LeBron's got the ball at least. Oh, and he throws it away. You suck. Sorry.
Did Kawhi steal it at least?
No, of course not. Just flat out, just turnover, I think. I think he might be shooting free throws. No. I think he committed a turnover too. No, dude, 53rd place now. Come on, one time.
I saw your lineup and I was jealous earlier.
Because LeBron hit a 3. 10-point game. Let's go.
Let's go. You're in there. Dude,
it's a minute and a half. There's no way.
Never in doubt. Come on, you're getting there.
I'm going to need another 3 out of LeBron for sure.
You can definitely get that.
Okay, so Powell makes a stupid 2. A minute ago, 12-point game. Now we got Reeves with a bad 2. He makes it and 1.
Okay, that means they stay
We
in.
got 1 minute.
That means they stay in though. All you need is like a what? I'm looking at the thing. So you 336, and the cash.
I need like 10 at least. It's like
it's so hard to get now.
so hard.
You just needed anything from Kawhi.
Hey, but you know what? It was close enough to keep the stream going, right? It's like,
hey man, that's what's important, I guess.
That-
No, the important thing was that you would have cashed there. I'm sorry, because
What's
that's a good lineup. that you
what's the
built.
spread in this game? This is interesting.
What?
What's the spread in this game?
I think it was like 2 or something. I don't know.
Well, that's it.
Yeah, it wasn't a big. The Lakers have been winning every game.
Look,
Not
it's 6.5. It could be like something interesting.
I liked the Clippers though. This is their 11th straight win against the Lakers.
Sort of a steal. Oh my god! Who's fighting? 2 guys are fighting. What are the odds? One of them's Kawhi or LeBron. 0. Because you know what I mean. Like it's these other idiots. So, dude. So let the record reflect that LeBron James scored 50 fantasy points in the second half,
That's pretty crazy.
as you suggested, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's pretty nuts though.
Yep.
That is nuts. We've got I still have to finish my Masters lineups. I've got a bunch more to edit. I'll say where I'm at, and I'm for the premium people, because I'm just gonna take a look at the premium channels while we're on here, guys. If you're not, please like and subscribe and all that stuff. But like, if you're not a part of our premium, like, please get involved. Like, we are. Everybody seems to be hitting things lately, so hopefully that's where we're at for this golf tournament. I'm going to take a picture of my updated lineups. I'm not going to include the 22-22 because that seems like a little bit excessive.
Oh yeah, wait a minute. So hold on. You have any openings over there in your 22-22?
I don't know. You're going to believe in me after all this?
You kidding,
What's the
right?
matter with you? Get it right, Cheats. Come on.
You're joking. First of all, I don't even want to get into it, but because this is probably not even ethical. But the fact that I know that you're playing stuff that I'm not playing makes it more proper for me to take a piece of that.
That actually is completely logical to me. It makes
And
sense.
completely unethical, probably.
It's not unethical.
Sort of.
It depends on what point of view I guess you're looking at it from. But
Exactly.
it's really not unethical.
Depends on whose side I'm arguing here, I guess.
But no, that's not what I meant. But
All right, so this is what we're gonna do. Oh, look at this. So
by the way, if I win the big one on FanDuel,
what
Just
is the
please credit-
monster?
not
What's
the $5.55, but the $15 one,
Wait.
credit SaberSim, because I did some work on the lineups, but like I trusted in SaberSim. Do you know who SaberSim loved? Is Tiger Woods and Tommy Fleetwood.
Tiger Woods, really? You're getting that?
That I got it a ton in my builds earlier.
I have a question. What is the 300K Thursday PGA Monster? What is that?
That's the big one, I think.
Is that FanDuel? Oh, the 555?
Yeah, get in there.
I don't even know what that is. That's FanDuel?
Yeah.
Well, I got more important things to do here. What's the Mega? Oh, that's the Mega Eagle. That's
The biggest difference to me on FanDuel
well,
is
it's always stars and scrubs there.
you want the highest variance golfers. Like you want the guys who are bogey, birdie. Like you get points for bouncing back, you know.
Hang on, we're doing.
So you just want the volatility a little bit more than draft.
We're buying your stuff here across the board. Let's see. So what sold out? The this thing sold out. Okay.
Where is my 555 though? Can't find. Okay.
So you're 22 sold out?
No, no, I don't know. It was close, but I don't think it sold out.
Where is it? Hold on. Oh, there it is. I already purchased some of it. Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you saying that FanDuel? See what this is all about. Maybe that's the last thing I'll do before the end of the stream. We'll play FanDuel. So what is this? So this is the Mega Eagle. This is for $15. Maybe I'll play. I want to see what the lineups look like. Oh my God, the monsters are all sold out.
This is, what I do on FanDuel and the big ones though? I just play. So I'm playing Rahm, Scheffler, and Rory.
Bad,
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, let's go. I'm in the mix. Even if the other way of the thinking is if this guy has to win is if all of three of these guys are top 10, then if I get my other pieces right and one of them is the winner, like including your guys, like Chris Kirk is 8,000 on FanDuel. That's a ridiculous price, I just can't decide my last piece between Alex Noren, Bubba Watson, Danny Willett, Gary Woodland, Seamus Power.
They're all so good.
Tyler Gooch, and Adam Moronk, for argument's sake. No, those are good.
Adam Moronk would probably be the guy that dropped off.
I think that Noren would be.
Dude, what in the hell? FanDuel just loves, SaberSim, just straight SaberSim projections. Love Brooks Koepka. What is that?
No, it's great. Every projection system does.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna play Tiger on FanDuel only because it's the one because he's not gonna be low owned enough on DraftKings, and I'm gonna do a really weird thing. This Gordon Sargent. I don't think I can do it. I just want to pull the trigger on this like really outlandish play, but I can't quite do it on my big buy-in.
That's this what we're gonna do.
Fuck.
I'm gonna redo FanDuel projections before I put this in the morning. I'm gonna reserve this stuff now with just like some stuff. I'll be up in plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
Oh no, I can't do it. Oh my God, this is like so expensive.
What's wrong with Alex Noren sheets? Or Sergio, or Bubba.
I don't know about Sergio.
Like a why not Bubba kind of a thing, because they'll like hate him at first and then they'll start loving him. I can see it. Seamus Power is just a really good golfer. You just have 8,200, but Taylor Gooch.
There are a lot of really good golfers there.
I know, but I really do. I'm leaving 500 on the table. I'm playing Taylor Gooch. I needed to get him into one big buy-in. I really believe in it. I just think that, like, look, if you're great, you'll, may not win this one, but you'll win one of them.
All right. All right. I'm going to bed.
All right. Good night.
Good luck, everybody.
All right.
We'll see you at 12 tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. Later.